Okay, now let's go over the changes to the Coastline map. I did one of these for Bank yesterday. I assume it's going to be uploaded the following day, but I'm certainly recording it the day after I did the Bank one. So Coastline, not nearly as big of changes as there were to Bank, especially to the outside of the map, like spawn-wise. There weren't really many changes. We're going to start in Ruins, and we'll pick Sledge again, and we'll go from there. So, coming out of spawn, not really that I understand any differences. In terms of, like, cameras, I sort of went over that a lot on Bank, but it's not, like, the same. I mean, you can shoot, where is this one? Right there? Yeah. You can shoot 2 from here, and then the other one, I mean, you spawn at poolside, you can kind of get all 3, but whatever. I'm gonna move around to show what I believe is the significant change to the outside. The roof had a little bit of change as well, and I'll go up there in just a second. So, the biggest changes to this map were all around the top floor and the VIP area specifically. So this is a wall now. There was a double window here, which made it very hard to play in VIP because attackers could rappel here, they could be on the balcony, they could do whatever, and they could just look in the window, hop in the window. But now you have a chance to reinforce the wall. You can even deny it with an electro claw. Do keep in mind, though, if you electrify this wall with an electric claw or a battery, I suppose, it can be shot from below. It's all soft floor in there, and I'll show that in a little bit. But anyway, so if you swing in here, you can actually rappel to the roof now from this balcony, right here, or right here. So I'm just going to show what this looks like on the outside a little bit. You can see this is changed a little bit. But besides that, nothing else is really different in there, of course, besides the, you know, the wall window change thing. So let's just go to the roof for a second and show what's different up there. If you didn't know, there's 2 vents that you can throw throwables through, drones or whatever, here, and that is right above the guitar hallway, and then right here, which is over Cool upstairs. Oh no, and there's 3 actually, yeah. And this is right over the aqua bar. So, what's different up here? This thing is now solid. You can actually get on there by walking along ropes unless they patch it or something. I've managed to do it once, but I've failed a lot of times. Like, if you have to just get on one of these ropes and walk down, but it's really easy to slide off, and if you fall off, you just die. So, I wouldn't say it's worth it, but if you're some sort of absolute cheese lord, you can maybe do it. I expect there's going to be some people just killing themselves on this early days in ranked, unless they've patched it on. There have been test server patches, but I'm not sure if they changed it. You could still, like, shoot in here and whatnot and be annoying. If you're playing hookah, you're probably going to want to still be reinforcing these walls, but now you can't be nearly as annoying because you can't look in the other walls besides that 4th one as effectively. Unless you come here, but then you can't really get the deep angles. So, sort of like it was before, you can get up here. I think that's it for the roof. Yeah, so... Oh, yeah, no, let me show you one more thing, though, over on this balcony. This is now solid. Before, the railing was here, but you could look in between it, so it had, you know, a little bit of the bars going on. So now you actually have to peek your head over it. It's less of a guessing game. And I'm going to go up here really quick, though, and show what it looks like from up here, because I'll show this inside. You can peek in this window still, and you can't get nearly as deep of an angle into VIP. Before, you could see pretty far in there, but not as much. So you can still be annoying from the roof, and also over here, that window is now open. It was technically open before. You couldn't get through it physically, but you could shoot through it, and there were bars. And I think there might have been bars here as well, and now it's totally closed. So yeah, the roof is much less annoying, so now we'll hop down. This balcony was here, but now it extends over here, so you can go in this window or that window. You're not as, you know, quote-unquote trapped, even though before, if you're trapped, you could rappel up, but that's very dangerous, or you could jump down. Because it makes a pretty noticeable sound. If anybody's playing near here, when you drop onto this, they'll hear it. But, so it gives you just a little bit more play here. As a defender, you can even more easily get to the bottom floor from here. Of course, there's a hatch, but if you wanted to get to the courtyard or the lobby or whatever, you can jump here and then just jump down. So this is a nice change, just gives more options for attackers and defenders. Other than that, luggage, which is this hallway, is pretty much the same, so is this. This looks slightly different, like this is default here on this objective. This corner looks a little, maybe it's just the same, but I switched back to, I usually play on 4-3, and I switched to 69 for this video because it's, I assume what most just, you know, pub players play on. So it'll look more homey, but yeah, none of this is different, really. Vase is pretty well the same, except for now you can't peek in here because this window is smaller. Before it would come, you know, all the way over here, or it was just slid over, one of the two. But yeah, you can't see into here at all. maybe a tiny crack. I don't think you can actually get an angle on this from the roof though. So this area is a lot nicer to play in, all the way up to here, where now you can be seen by the roof. But you're safe pretty well up to here. And now, yeah, of course, the big room change is this one. So before, you kind of walked back here, and then this bookshelf here just ran along, you know, like here. So you could kind of come, you could be in this corner, and you could be peeking through the bookshelf, and, you know, they can look back at you or whatever, but it's, you could play around a little bit. But now it's not a dead end. You can go all the way around it, so it's a little bit more play there. Like, this is actual solid cover, and so is this. And this gives you an angle to peek through. A little bit interesting. So I think this makes the penthouse objective just a lot more viable. Before, to play it, I mean, except for like mirror strats, which was kind of the only good way to do it until recently, when some teams started figuring some stuff out. But now you can certainly try to do a VIP hold, but in order to do that, you kind of need this wall closed, so you need to like electrify or battery, you know, electrical or batteries. Jammers won't. You can kind of do it with jammers, but they don't work well anymore. So anyway, so then you have to either hope they don't go below or play below to stop them, but then you're spread out pretty far, right? So you have to protect bedroom and theater, and they're also protecting kitchen, and you're protecting VIP. You're a little bit spread out, but maybe it could work. Hard to say for certain until we see what actually happens. Other than that, I think, you know, this looks, it's pretty well all the same. Hatch is still here. One thing to note, when we come in here, I'm pretty camera here. You can't like see that from any cheesy place. You have to just go to, I mean, you can shoot it if you go into hookah, or no, you can't rather, because it's obscured. So yeah, no real good cheeky way to kill that camera early, barring, you know, like a Twitch drone or whatever. Hookah is pretty much the same as well. This whole area, pretty much the same. But if we go back into VIP, let me see if I can just guess where it was. There are now these light panels on the, is it right here? Yeah, on the roof of on the kitchen ceiling, and you can't break through this. So you can still break all around it. You could still open all your sledge. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure these weren't here. I'll show them when I walk down there. But it just makes it a little bit harder. I guess it gives you slightly more cover if you're down there, and you're a defender, and they're sledging or bucking or recharging or whatever above you. But I don't know why I decided to do that. There's one there, and there's one here. I think. Is this one? Yeah, there's one there. There's some in the service hallway, but that ceiling's hard anyway, so it doesn't matter as much. But I decided to do that, and again, I don't think there's any other changes. Just so VIP, the whole roof situation, that balcony, and then we'll jump down. And I don't think there's anything really different on the bottom floor except for these, which, I mean, maybe I'm making a fool of myself. Maybe they're here. I feel like they weren't, right? Like they could just open whatever part of the there. And they're in here. Oh yeah, no, the one change they did do to the bottom floor. This area. So this window was here, but it was, well, it was almost here, but it was like right here. And it had bars on it, which was sort of annoying. So now there's still 4 walls. I assume this is 4 walls. 3 walls and 1, or maybe this is 4 walls. Maybe they changed it. Maybe it's 5 walls. I'm not positive. Cool. How do you size it up? I'm not sure, because sometimes sometimes when you put up walls as a defender, like some are bigger than maybe this is 5 walls. Unsure. I imagine if you play kitchen, you want to reinforce at least one of these walls to reduce the angle they have. But it's a little bit dangerous if you do this one because it gives them sort of a safe corner to plant in, and now they don't even have to run as far. If you run in the service before, you had to run to like here or so. Or maybe this is changed differently than I thought. Maybe bathroom is just extended. Yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe this quad wall's the same and they just move this up and extend the bathroom. Regardless, window, you can, well, can't do it as an attacker. You can barricade this, so you could maybe put a castle up. If you just put a wooden barricade, of course, it's just easy to shoot down. But there's some play there. You know, you can put a castle up and then do some shenanigans. I don't know, like some shields, something. I'm unsure what's if this is like better or worse. It's probably somewhat better for defenders. It feels like a little bit more play. Penthouse feels better. Hookah is also better because of the roof situation. And then blue bars doesn't seem significantly changed at all, I wouldn't say. I guess that's it. I mean, this camera, if you really want to, you can shoot from like, you know, here or whatever. You can get angles on it. But you can't really shoot it from all the way down the hall because of this pillar. So it changes the flow of the map a little bit. I think it makes it a little bit less abhorrent, like a little bit less annoying playing as a defender. which I assume was their goal, but... Oh, this is... Wait, was there 2 windows here before? Unclear. I suppose I could go back and like, look on the live server, but regardless, you can see that there are now. The old one won't matter in a few days. It'll be gone. And I think that's pretty much it. So I assume people are still going to be playing hookah and kitchen as their 2 primaries in pubs and, you know, pros like bars, but it's sort of hard to play in pubs sometimes. But I think Penthouse will be looked into a lot more because the VIP situation is pretty obvious how that is now changed the way that objective will play out. So that's gonna do it, I suppose, for Coastline, and hopefully tomorrow I'll get around to doing the clubhouse one, which will be fairly quick, not significant changes there. So that's gonna do it.